In the panhandle of Florida, there's Five Flags Speedway.
Feel it coming, it's in the air.
That track is fast. I'm talking very, very fast. There's a lot of races in December. There's races all over the country, but the Snowball Derby, that's the one that matters. Look, racers come from all over the country. They come from everywhere. They come out of the woodwork, and they come there to win the Snowball Derby. If you win the Snowball Derby, you've made history.
I about teared up when I was getting out of the car. I couldn't stand it.
Kyle Busch will win the Snowball Derby.
It's all I ever want to accomplish racing.
A lot of guys have gone down there, guys that you know from your local racetrack. They go down there and they think they're going to win the race. They don't. A lot of legends have never won that race. Hey, 1976. Do you know what happened in 1976? I won the Snowball Derby. Yay!
Snowball Derby.
Hey, America, if you don't know about this, if you don't know about the Snowball Derby, you will now.
Are we ready?
It's time.
Are we ready?
Hey, somebody's in trouble today. All the preparation build-up has come down to this moment.
Welcome to the Snowball Derby.
Are we ready for it?
It is the pinnacle of short track racing. Each December, thousands of racing fans make the voyage to the panhandle of Florida for one thing, and that is the Snowball Derby. This year, the 57th running of the biggest short track race in America at Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. Honored and blessed to be with everybody on Flow Racing today for the first time for this prestigious race. I am Bob Dillner. Alongside of me, Carson Hocevar, the NASCAR Cup Series Rookie of the Year and a two-time Snowball Derby competitor. I want to know, Carson, what does it feel like sitting here on stage, on TV, actually getting ready to talk about the Snowball Derby?
I think there's a little less pressure for me. The fact that I'm here, right, being able to call this race is something I'm really excited about. It's the biggest race that we have as a short track community for sure in the country. It's my favorite race to come to. It has not been good for me. You say two-time competitor. I've tried it 4 times. But it's so tough. We saw, Brad Keselowski, everybody's tried to come run this race, champions and everything, and it's tough to just make the race, and I think that's why we all love it. I mean, there's so much practice, but we all love how much practice, how much it takes, how much investment this race is, because we all just want to be here from grassroots level to the cup level to everybody. So I'm excited to be here, and a lot less pressure than me than I've ever been here on Sunday, and I'm glad I'm watching it. For the fact that I am watching it, that I plan to be a spectator here and not because I was a competitor and just have to watch outside.
Pressure seems to be the theme this week. Pressure on Thursday to get your car dialed in. Pressure on Friday because it's the all-important qualifying to lock in the top 30 qualifiers. And then Saturday, pressure for some people going to the last chance race. I want to know, is today less pressure for these drivers that are locked in?
It depends what your agenda was. Really, it's there's a lot of guys with pressure that want to win the race. They want to win the Snowball Derby. They want to go here and try to have a shot. But there's a lot of people that came here with this sake and goal just to make the race. So they're playing with house money a little bit, and that can maybe play into your advantage. I know myself, I didn't plan on winning the Snowball Derby 100% when I come down here because it's just steps. It's multiple times of just trying to get to the Derby and then get in and race good. So there's just multiple agendas, but I think everybody here is trying to chase that Tom Dawson Trophy. There's 300 laps. We've seen, kind of, I'm not going to say fluke winners, but you're not favorites. Be able to capitalize when a late race restart, some wrecks, some incidents, and the good guys they think they have the best shot. They tune themselves out throughout 300 laps, so there's just plenty of time to tune yourself out and really take advantage of it.
I think what Carson Hocevar is talking about is the drama that surrounds the Snowball Derby. There's so much that goes into this race for some of the best super late model competitors in America. We want to take a look at today's track facts in regards to this particular race. This race here at Five Flags Speedway is not a dash. It is a marathon here today. 300 laps will be the distance for today's race. We will see pit stops. They won't be live. There will be controlled cautions here today. But if you take a look, here's some of the schedule of what we're going to see here today. The pre-race festivities, and let me tell you something, the pre-race festivities are unbelievable here, especially the driver intros, which you've been part of.
Yeah, it's super cool. This whole event is super surreal. They do everything, and they do the class photo, they do everything. Intros are always a good time, and they always are creative. But the weekend itself is so fun, and it's so cool to watch and be a part of, that you're coming to a big event. And this whole week, especially today, feels like a big, the Daytona 500 of short track racing.
Well, we have some Joe's Racing Products pit reporters around this track somewhere. Jim Trado, where are you?
I am with a driver who is going through every emotion, every step of the process for the very first time here, making his very first Snowball Derby from Lebanon, Tennessee, Dylan Fetcho. He started 22nd today. That's a big deal. He's in the show on time, but more importantly, this is a small family team that's raced here a lot in the Pro Late models, the last 6 Snowflakes, racing here and winning a Pro Late championship in the Alan Turner Series here. But this is a different deal, a different approach. How many months has it been to get ready for this moment?
Yeah, definitely the past 2 months we've been focusing for this race. We just want to prove that we can bring fast race cars, even being a small team. And the pro car was really good last night, and I think we're going to have a really good shot today.
You guys decided to bring Anthony Bello in and field his second car for this effort. Who's all in that shop working with you? Are there 20 guys or 30?
No, it's just me, Dad, and one of my buddies, Carter. So that's about it, and we seem to get it done, and I think we're doing a pretty good job.
When you built that speed, when you look at the chart so much, but the times are so close, what did you guys work on to get that advantage for qualifying, and what percent was qualifying runs instead of race runs in preparation?
Yeah, that was something new to us, because usually qualifying is impounded for the pros, so it's different for us to try to make gains for qualifying by changing gear and taking alternator belt off. All that little stuff that adds up to about a tenth is what you need. So I think that helped us a little bit. I made a few mistakes qualifying. Probably could have qualified better, but we're in the show.
That's the thoughts of Dylan Fetcho. He'll drive that red number 89 Hunter Industrial car from 22nd.
Dylan Fetcho, a 3-time Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway Pro Late Model track champion. And you can take a look at some of the scenes around this racetrack right now. It is a gorgeous day here. Yes, the sun not quite out right now, but it is supposed to be sunny blue skies in the panhandle of Florida here today. The warmest temperatures that we've seen here throughout the week. It was downright cold a couple of days ago, and I'm in short sleeves right now. You're still in the hoodie, Carson.
Yeah, I like to be comfortable a little bit. I'm from Michigan. Everybody thinks that just means I'm immune to the cold. But no, I'm smart enough to prepare for it and be knowing what it feels like to be comfortable and know that I want to be at a good spot. And but yeah, this is going to throw drivers and teams for loops. I hear it talking down pit road that you've spent weeks testing, you spent the whole week testing, and then this is now the warmest you're going to be. And 2, this is going to be the longest runs we have consistently and the most rubber the track's going to see.
Endurance is a key for all these drivers and the teams here today. And there you see the pre-race technical process that's going on in the tech shed here. That is just about in turn number 3 in the infield. And there's been so many stories through the years, especially in post-race tech, of people getting caught with certain things that would actually take the win away from them.
Yeah, I mean, there's when I first started, racing late models, it was a difference between legal and Snowball Derby legal.
And here are the track facts for today. This racetrack, built back in 1953. It's a half-mile paved oval, and this place has character. If you heard us on the broadcast last night, there were some holes that popped up in the racetrack overnight. Those holes were repaired. They brought in all sorts of equipment and worked until 5 a.m. in the morning. The track, those spots that have been filled, it all adds to the character of this racetrack.
Yeah, I remember hearing rumors a little bit. When they repaved the front stretch, they were planning to repave the whole racetrack. So Tim Bryant, probably knew the racetrack was seeing a little bit of age. He sees it more consistently. He lives here basically, right? It's his baby. But every race car driver said, no, don't do that.
Were you one of them?
I don't run. I wanted them to repave it. I don't run good on the current asphalt. I didn't get a voice. I just was like, whatever. But no, it's every driver wanted to, leave it alone basically. And this is the challenge, right? Is it just takes so much age. It's going hot, cold, Florida weather and everything. And obviously there's been, so many races on here that, it starts to, create more than character and create issues. But, Tim Bryant and everybody has done, I think, a really, really good job, and the racers as well, trying to, navigate this.
We hope that you enjoy our enthusiasm. Carson and I certainly have it. Jim Trado as well. Eric Brennan and Adam Mackey will be on the call here at Five Flags Speedway live on Flow Racing a little bit later on here tonight. Folks, take a look at those bad to the bone super late models that will compete in the Snowball Derby today here in Pensacola.
From dawn to dusk, our family of racers and crew members are here, manufacturing the quality parts you need to get to victory lane. Made in America and delivered to your door. We build race-winning parts. Be a winner.
Hi, I'm JP Wibbs, and here at Buggy Works, we have the largest selection of new and used vehicles on the Gulf Coast. We also offer certified technician services and rentals. Come see our new location, Buggy Works, in the heart of Car City.
Flying A Motorsports has been providing the motorsports industry with the finest transportation equipment for over 35 years, offering an extensive range of new and pre-owned motor coaches, toter homes, race trailers, car haulers, and more. Flying A is proud to be a premier dealer for Renegade, Show Hauler, Intech, T&E, Bravo, C-Tech, and more. Visit FlyingAMotorsports.com to view current and on-order inventory.
We are counting the minutes before the 57th running of the Snowball Derby here at Five Flags Speedway. We are counting the minutes prior to the 57th running of the Snowball Derby at Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. You are watching an aerial view, and that was a beautiful one at that, of this very historic racetrack here in the Panhandle. Today is going to be a special day. Those 300 laps, very interesting. And I think that a lot of the teams get just about as nervous as the drivers do.
Yeah, I think so, especially knowing, how many runs you've made, how many decisions, how many options, you're going from your best run and trying to calculate, we were good on this run or we're good not on this run and vice versa. So as a crew chief, you have so many different options to tune yourself out and make that decision. But at the same time, you don't have a lot of times to work on it when you're coming down pit road with tires and changing. These aren't professional crews. It's all the crews that work. So you don't have time to change springs and shocks. You don't have time to change uppers and lowers and everything you've been used to changing. So you get limited on your adjustments if you do miss it.
Little NASCAR flair, as always, at the Snowball Derby as well. You take a look at that front row. Ty Majeski, the NASCAR Truck Series champ, and then a full-time competitor next year in the NASCAR Truck Series for Nice Motorsports will be Caden Honeycutt. So you told me something the other day. Sometimes when the NASCAR guys come down here, they don't do well. And obviously the front row filled with NASCAR people, but they're really short track guys at heart.
Yeah, 100%. Ty Majeski obviously ran a lot more short tracks and would get sprinkles of, NASCAR, presence here and there, and really had to claw and, grind really. Now a champion with the Truck Series last year, but Caden Honeycutt, same deal. He's kind of had to grind, younger than Ty, but super, super talented and excited to see his venture. But yeah, no stranger. He's like a veteran down here for the Snowball Derby. He's been here for multiple years. So between the two of them, yeah, NASCAR presence, but really just short track guys at heart.
And then car owners as well. You take a look at the 51 for Jake Finch in today's show. His dad, James, a longtime car owner in the NASCAR ranks as well. Let's go back to our Joe's Racing Products pit reporter, Jim Trado.
With a driver who has every intention of being another headline maker here in short track racing, Luke Fenhouse has raced in 3 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series races this year, pursuing every opportunity to race at that level. Luke, you know the importance of this race. It's your 4th straight Snowball Derby. Last year you came with Rackley War and had a great run. You decided to bring your boys, your team, 18-hour hauler ride here. You start 11th today. Talk about the importance and the feeling and the emotion of knowing what this race could do for you.
Well, I mean, it's the biggest, short track race in all of America, and everybody preps to come down here and builds brand new race cars and, does whatever they need to do to bring their absolute best to come down here to Florida and race for the Tom Dawson Trophy later on this afternoon. It's been a really fun week. It's been a long week. Obviously, we raced past weekend at Freedom Factory and now this weekend here at Five Flags Speedway. But just hats off to my guys. They've stuck with me all this week and a half. And ICS, brand new sponsor on the number 4 machine this weekend. He's been a close partner with mine all throughout my life and racing career. And Done Right Exteriors, also Justin Schultz, supporting these both race cars and building them and owning them and being able for us to go racing each and every weekend. So a lot of people make this happen, but happy to be here and happy to and hopefully have a great race tonight.
You know the legacy is your dad won the World Snowmobile Derby Championship. This race, you've surrounded yourself with some folks you've drawn from Texas, from the NASCAR Cup world. Your spotter, Bert Anderson, works with Todd Gilliland. He's on your box. How important is that for him, I think, in his 7th or 8th Derby to help you navigate?
Well, I mean, it's everything. I mean, when you come down here and spend the amount of money you spend, you need everything to click and be as perfect as you possibly can make it. So my guys, coming down here, we tested Monday and just wanted to capitalize on everything we can because it's such a hard race to make and to go through the 300 laps Friday nights, really intense, the most stressful night in short track racing. So to just have a good weekend, absolute everything needs to be perfect on pit road, no speeding, no penalties, and just racing the racetrack, getting to the end of the race is a big thing, but also putting yourself in a good spot for later on in the race.
As I walked through the infield, guys, to the infield, I asked several fans a little survey, who are you picking? 2 fans of the 25 or so said, my pick is Luke Fenhouse from 11th.
How about that? Luke Fenhouse certainly going to be one of the favorites here today. That midway already packed with fans coming into this place. Luke Fenhouse, just one of the talented racers in today's starting lineup.
Yeah, you talk about NASCAR presence, right? He won the Slinger Nationals and really kind of put himself on the map and started, getting NASCAR opportunities on the truck side. He's done a good job there, and his cars are always fast when they come here, whether he's driving somebody else or his own car down here. So I think he'll be, a strong contender today.
And listen, that area up there in the Midwest, very strong contingent of super late model competitors. He is actually a 2-time Alive for 5 series champion. You might not have heard of that if you're not up in that area, but let me tell you something, some tough-nosed racers up in that area. All right, we're live on Flow Racing for the first time in the history of the Snowball Derby, and I know you've been watching the coverage. We've been enjoying all of the broadcasts, but we love that fact that you're coming on here today. But what have you thought so far?
It's been a lot of fun. It's been cool. For me, honestly, I've been rewatching those 2009 Daytona Speed Weeks videos on YouTube. And the first practice, I felt like I was just going racket rewatching that because, I think of this race as the Daytona 500 for short track racing, and the fact that it feels so similar. There's so much practice. There's so much, it's back to, kind of a Speed Weeks per se here. Just there's not, all the races. But I think qualifying's a race of its own. And then obviously you have the LCQ, which is always star-studded, even though it's a B main. And then you have the 300 lapper today.
You got loaded down with Flow merch already. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, I'm taking advantage of the clean laundry that I get to add to my wardrobe. But no, it's been a lot of fun to be able to grab a mic and show my enthusiasm because I'm not just doing this and putting on a show. I love this event. I'm happy to be down here, whether it's crewing, driving, or promoting the event.
And listen, Everybody wants themselves some Flow merch, and there certainly is a way to actually go and do that. You can actually shop online for hats, koozies, hoodies, sweatshirts, a whole lot more, t-shirts, maybe even the hat that, well, he won't want to give this one up, but there's a whole bunch that you can find out online in terms of the Flow merch that a lot of you see us wearing here today at the Snowball Derby. So you got to check that out and go online and check out all that merch. Maybe you buy yourself some for a Christmas present.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I can't wait for what we got in store for you here today. And there is the QR code that you can utilize to go right online and get your hands on some of the coolest and latest Flow Racing merchandise. Scan the QR code on your screen to shop from everything from hoodies to koozies and a whole lot more. There is the sign that everybody sees when they come into the Speedway. It is one of those that everybody takes a picture of. And today at Five Flags Speedway, it will be the Snowball Derby, the 57th running of the biggest super late model race in the country here today.
Backdoor scores! Oh, ho, ho.
Race fans, Dirt Draft is your #1 fantasy racing app. Play along with hundreds of events each year featuring the biggest stars in series and racing. Draft your team each race night and compete against hundreds of fans across the country. Or start your private league to battle your friends for the ultimate bragging rights. Accumulate points each race night and cash those points in for top prizes from the biggest brands. Sign up today and learn more at dirtdraft.com or download in Google Play or the App Store. Dirt Draft, your fantasy racing edge.
We are counting down the time, just over an hour and a half before the start of the 57th running of the Snowball Derby. Again, I am Bob Dillner. Alongside of me, Carson Hocevar, just two racing guys talking about the race that they love so much, the Snowball Derby. And we love coming down here each and every year, and we see so many different stories in terms of winners. I want to know, when you see pictures of people or video of people kissing that snowball on top of the Tom Dawson Trophy, does it make you jealous?
Absolutely. It makes me want to keep coming here. It's the traditions, it's the little details really of what makes an event huge and big, and just the Snowball Derby, Tom Dawson Trophy just is enough to just make you want to come. We talk about how they're raising the purse, doing everything, how much it costs. But when you're a racer and you were able to come down here, regardless of your situation, you try to find every dollar you can get, every friend, family, sponsor, whatever, to put together a program to be able to come down here and try to do this, whether it's 1 year from now or 10 years from now. I think every short track racer has this one scheduled just specifically because of that trophy.
The purse is nice for the car owner, but the driver really just wants that trophy. And I want to take a look at the list of some of the Snowball Derby winners here in the 56-year history of this race leading up to this one. Rich Bickle is the king. Take a look at that. 5 victories for Rich Bickle. Nobody has done better than him. but there are a bunch of drivers with 2 wins apiece, and obviously Gary St. Amant is on that list, Freddie Fryer, Gary Ballou, Bobby Gill, and we miss Bobby Gill down here at the Snowball Derby. We lost him just about a month ago, so we are honoring Bobby Gill here today. Augie Grill has been part of the equation in the Snowball Derby. He did not qualify in a last-minute ride with that Fathead team. He did not qualify out of the last chance race, but Ty Majeski today hoping to put himself in a different category. A bunch of guys with 2 wins, Rich Bickle with 5. He would be the only driver, if he did win today, with 3 victories.
Yeah, I think that's huge for him, right? He's been so good here. It was, I don't want to say a struggle because he was always had speed, but it just seemed like something would happen, right, with Ty, able to do it. But I think he's won here in dominant fashion and then a little bit of a surprise. So I think him qualifying on the pole, he hasn't done that in a little bit. That I think he's got a little extra confidence, but a little extra pressure too, knowing that he can get himself into his own category at 3.
So we talked about car owners and drivers. Jim Trado now standing by with a guy that has been both a car owner and a driver. In fact, he almost won the Derby about a decade and a half ago. Jim?
We're with Donnie Wilson of Donnie Wilson Racing. That was 2010 where he finished second. There's just one Snowball trophy, believe it or not, just one, when Chandler Smith won this race back in 2021 in the Donnie Wilson Racing shop. Donnie, this is a Herculean effort for some, but you have now been part of that platform to say if you want to race at the Derby, you want to race in the National Series, you got to get to Donnie Wilson's level. What kind of, approach do you guys take for the Snowball Derby specifically?
Well, I think, the approach we take is we prepare from January to December. It's an all-year deal. That's what we do all the work for all year is leading up to this race.
You had 1 Pro Late model and 3 Supers. Everybody got to race the big show, but you've gone through about every emotion thus far. Jimmy Renfro crashed out last night. Brent Cruz had to race through the last chance qualifier to get in the Derby. Chandler Smith, fast car, waxed the wall in practice yesterday. There's a lot that goes into this. How do you prepare for that?
Well, you always have to prepare for the unexpected. I mean, we've done it long enough that, we're prepared, and, fortunate we got all 4 in the Derby, so we're looking for a good day.
And when it comes to this, how many people literally are here at the racetrack to help Donnie Wilson succeed and get any other Tom Dawson trophy?
We have 35 to 40 people here this weekend because we got 4 teams, about 8 to 10 people per team. It's just what it takes.
And in terms of that, how fresh is this stuff? Is it all new for the Derby, or is it stuff that drivers and teams say, this is what we need, we have 1 race on it? How depth, talk about the depth of that.
We've got Brinson, a brand new car. All the other cars have been fresh. Everything was refreshed before this race. You got to come with your best stuff, and that's what we try to do.
Gia Ruggiero, Chandler Smith, Brent Cruz in today's race. Donnie Wilson, a busy guy, a well-planned out guy. This team is ready to capture yet another Tom Dawson trophy, guys.
I remember when Donnie Wilson almost won the Derby back in 2010. He was so close, so disappointed, but at the same time, very happy and honored that he finished in that runner-up spot in the Snowball Derby. The tech process still going on, leading up to getting cars on the racetrack here. And I want to talk about super teams because back in the day, I first came here, I think it was year 2000, 2001. I remember honestly coming across the track at turn number 2. Gary St. Amant invited me. And when I got to the infield back in the day, I'm like, wow, what's that smell? It was all the tire softener that they were putting on the tires, and people had rotisseries 3 high with different tires being placed with the soak on them, 50-lap tires, 25-lap tires, and 10-lap tires. And it was just a mystique that if you didn't experience it, it was like unlike anything else. But those super teams, you didn't see that back then. And this year, if you look at Donnie Wilson's team, you look at War Rackley, you got a lot of cars coming down here with one organization.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's just the influx, and I think Donnie Wilson's done a really, really good job. Rackley Ward's done a really, really good job. They've done a good job of, getting talent in their cars too. It's not just an influx of, pay-to-play kids or anything like that. I think they have powerhouses in all 3 of their cars or 4 of their cars or whatever it takes. Obviously it's not cheap. They're not doing it for free. They're all trying to put together, but they have talent in all their cars to be able to keep themselves up front and keep themselves dialed in. And I think they've done a really, really good job. And I think we're just seeing how much and how many people care about this race because you're seeing big teams go longer through the year trying to work on their program, coming down here to the Blizzard Series, doing whatever they could take, and then growing more cars. I mean, we see Bubba Pollard with a teammate. I don't think I'd ever thought I'd see that. And I think it's helped them. They had 2 cars in the top 10 in qualifying, and Bubba's, every time I talked to him before qualifying, I don't think we're going to be very good. And sure enough, he had a shot for the pole. He was really fast in practice before qualifying, and I think he's got a really good shot here. That it's just the technology, and everybody's so close. I mean, the times, pole sitter was a 17, and you missed a race by a 39. It is super, super tight. A 10th, I guarantee there's a bunch of people that were on the wrong side of that 10th. Oh, if we got a 10th, we would be like 6th, but instead they're 23rd. So it's just super, super close that any extra car you can have with talent is just going to help your program.
We see the 76 car there of Cole Raz. Cole Raz from the West Coast coming here. We see a lot of West Coasters coming to the Snowball Derby. Well, what I want to know from you, a guy like Cole Raz, that's a single car operation. How difficult is it to go up against the mega teams when you are that single car team?
I think it's really tough, especially when you're not here around. I mean, one guy that I was like, I don't even know who this kid is, was that Hayden Plybaum kid. He qualified 4th, super strong, and then I heard something, he was really struggled here last year. So to be able to turn that around in a year, and I don't know, 100% his story, but you don't see him around a whole lot down here. And for him to be able to do that is super, super impressive. And that's one I'm going to keep my eye on. But, Cole Raz, he's been racing a little bit more throughout. And I think Derek Thorne, having the success he had coming over here, has really just started to bring everybody, when Derek goes back and races with them and they outrun him, they think they got a shot down here. We were talking about Luke Fenhouse earlier. Guess who he outran at Slinger Nationals? Ty Majeski starting on the pole. So guys that run good down here and then go back, and guys that can run with them, it raises the bar when they go back home that they think they can come down here, and it's showing that they can.
I love the paint scheme on Cole Raz's machine as well. Let's go down trackside to Jim Trado.
Hey, Carson Osavar, you mentioned a couple names. Derek Thorne, Kevin Harvick finished 2nd and 3rd behind Cole Raz this year in a 150-lap race. You won at Kern. You won the Chili Willy in January. You've also been able to win a couple more big races. You're an Oregon 21-year-old trying to make your 2nd Derby. It's kind of a 12-month season for you. I'm jealous of that, but talk about the effort you put in starting 14 months ago to get back here to the Derby.
Yeah, I mean, it's been huge. After we got our first taste of the Derby last year, it's one I didn't want to miss again. I mean, it's such a prestigious event with so much hype around it, right? And it's well worth it. And to your point, after we ran last year's Derby, we had a quick off-season going to Chili Willy in Tucson, Arizona. And that place I like to call home. I grew up racing there for a couple of years, and it's such a fun track. I mean, 3-wide racing in a track that's worn out, that's honestly more than this place. So I like coming here. It's such a fun environment, but definitely a lot of hard work throughout the years. And we've had a lot of good runs, and that's been fortunate. And it makes those long hours in the shop well worth it when you can have success like that. But this is a tough field. I mean, starting 19th or 20th, or somewhere around there. But better than last year, so that's a plus. And I think we have a good race run car. The temperature change definitely surprised us, I feel like, on grip level of the track. It was pretty greased up yesterday, and I think we'll see that again today. But hopefully our adjustments last night are going to help us today and try and make some progress forward.
Notebook last year was let's get in the show. Is it still being used, or is it a matter of saying we're ready for the next time? We've learned a lot. We're not just here to make the show. We're here to win the show.
No, I think so. I mean, the confidence is definitely up, and I know what to expect this time around. And I think still got a lot of nerves going, but I think it's down a step from last year. And I think anybody I think we had 45, 46 cars entered. I mean, any of those guys can say the first goal is to make the show. It's just so tough, and this year was so tight. So after we were able to lock ourselves in, it's eyes forward to try and go get that Tom Dawson trophy that so many prestigious, amazing drivers have won, and I'm looking forward to it. I got my good buddy Noah Gregson starting around us, and I know he's won this race a couple years ago, so he's been a good guy to rely on and pick his brain on how to get it done. So I'm excited. Everybody at Port City Race Cars, Jefferson Racing has done a phenomenal job throughout these last 12 months on prepping and how to be better at this event, and I'm looking forward to it. We got a beautiful scheme this year that's in the top 3 for the Best Appearing Award or Best Appearing Car, and everybody at HD5 Graphics did a phenomenal job trying to give us a platform to stand on to try and show off our proud race cars.
For Cole Raz, it goes deeper than that. He actually has a marketing initiative in the fan midway here at the Derby, so that takes the entire program to get to this level, and Cole is going to race from 19th to try to satisfy and pay off all that goes in to racing and winning the Snowball Derby.
I cannot believe Cole Raz is already 21 years old. Looks like the Grinch is here on the Midway as well with the Santa hat on. Obviously, my favorite Christmas movie. Silas Ripley had Grinch on the side of his Pro Late model. It was all mangled up after last night's Snowflake 100. But we have a lot to come here today from Five Flag Speedway. Carson Hocevar and I, as well as Jim Trado, will keep on talking about this race that we love so much. Remember, if you want to watch Flow Sports, you can do so on so many different things. So head to your preferred device app store and download the all-new Flow Sports TV apps for Roku, Apple Fire, Fire TV, Android TV, and Chromecast. Set your favorites, search the library of all the live and on-demand content, and so much more. Your favorite races are even better on the big screen. Select your favorite teams, tracks, series, and more to get them easily accessible in a beautifully redesigned Flow Sports app. We'll be back from Pensacola, Florida.
With 45 years of experience, Buzzy Racing has mastered the art of drivetrain specialties, spanning from dirt to asphalt tracks. You're not just a customer, but a valued member of our family, embraced by the tradition and passion embedded in every Buzzy build. We cover everything from rebuilding and selling drivetrain components, offering custom Buzzy parts, steering box services, and ensuring top-notch maintenance and support for braking systems. We are committed to excellence in helping racers maintain a competitive edge on the track. Get it Buzzy built.
So much to talk about here today, and there are some of the cars that you will see in the 57th running of the Snowball Derby, that 91 iRacing machine. That is Ty Majeski, the two-time Derby winner. He will lead the field to the green flag here today. But so many stories throughout this one. Caden Quapple in the 32. David Gilliland, former Daytona 500 pole sitter, in that green and white number 98. Welcome back to Five Flag Speedway. I am Bob Dillner. Alongside of me, Carson Hocevar. And you talk about that list of guys that have won this race through the history, through the time. Just an incredible. We saw the multitude of winners that have won this race on several different occasions, but there are a lot of single race winners that have done such a great job here as well. Here's some of the most recent winners for the Snowball Derby. Of course, Ty Majeski last year. Derek Thorne is in today's race. Chandler Smith, back to Ty Majeski. That's why he's a two-time winner. But you look at Noah Gregson's even in the field here today. Kyle Busch, a two-time winner in this event. We know he's not too shabby on the Cup Series as well.
Yeah, obviously. But I think the biggest thing for me for that list is they all won it in different ways. You know, you look at Noah Gregson, I don't think anybody had his as a shock. I remember when he showed up and unloaded at practice, everybody was doing mock runs. He was the only one doing 50-lap runs, 54th in practice, 53rd in practice, and everybody kind of wrote him off. And I think that is what made him so hungry. When he came to 300, he was confident in his race car in qualifying to get himself in the show and then go to win. And I think that we could see something like a Stephen Nasse starting 30th. You watch Dartfish. I watched that. He had a pull run all the way till turn 3 and then completely missed it. But he's with the Anthony Camping car. Obviously won last night. I think he's really strong. But Travis Braden, all those guys, they won in different fashions. You just never know how this race is going to play out.
And I think the big thing in terms of Stephen Nasse and one other guy that we want to talk about a little bit, a big surprise, they are not on the win list for the Snowball Derby, and that other guy is Bubba Pollard, and they are rivals. They try to downplay it a little bit, but sometimes I think they really don't like each other.
Yeah, I mean, they act like there isn't a rivalry until all of a sudden it shows up, or one of their race cars hit each other's race cars or whatnot. But you see the list. Neither one has won the Snowball Derby. Obviously, Steven won on the racetrack, but then, coming to the scales. But there's so many that can do that. You can't just write that off of, oh, he's a Snowball Derby champion on the racetrack. I mean, there's so many that have won the Snowball Derby, but then you go to the room of doom, and you're no longer the Snowball Derby champion.
You look at this graphic right here, Bubba Pollard with those 16 starts, 17th here today. Nassi, his 14th start here today. No wins like Hocevar was talking about. Stephen Nassi did go to victory lane here. He got the win taken away in post-race tech. Bubba Pollard has honestly not finished in the top 5 here in several years. He was in contention last year. Those guys took each other out. We love talking about it because you got to have rivals in this sport. Let's go to Jim Trado.
Bubba Pollard was, 12 laps away from winning that Derby a year ago. You came this weekend knowing you had a lot of success here at this racetrack. 25 of those super late model Blizzard wins, including one this year, but you said, you know what? We need to build something better, something brand new for the Derby. Take us through how this week is going to produce your first Snowball Derby trophy.
Well, I hope so. We worked hard. All the guys have worked hard. This is what you work for all year, right? So we wanted to bring our best piece we had, and we feel like building a new car was it. So we'll go out, and I think it's pretty good. We'll see. But you never know to drop that green flag, right? So the racetrack's going to go through a pretty good transition here today, and it's a lot warmer than what we've been on all week. So hopefully we just made the right adjustments and can be there at the end. But feel good about the day.
Not too often we see Bubba Pollard have a teammate. Sammy Smith is here in one of your proven race cars out of your shop. How has that helped you?
Yeah, I mean, me and Sammy's been great. I mean, he's a great kid. He's talented, and it's been good to balance ideas off of each other, and him, go one direction, I go the other, and in testing we've all liked the same thing. So it's helped our program, I feel like. Hopefully, he can go out and have a good run today, and we can both have a good run and maybe a 1-2 finish.
And as we prepare, you're doing your morning routine, you're on your scooter bike going around seeing your folks. I mean, you've got a lot of people you've gotten to know over this last half a decade and a half or whatever it may be. But when it comes down to race time, how bad do you want this one, Bubba?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's been almost 20 years now that we've been coming down here, and we've won all these races. We've had great success here, but we hadn't had the success or got the win that we wanted. So this is it for us, and we'll just keep trying, man. It's tough to win this race. There's a lot of great competition, great race car drivers, and over the years and things like that. But yeah, this is it for us, and hopefully we can get it done today.
One telltale sign about the speed. Bubba Pollard claims he's not a qualifier. He's qualified in the top 10 today. Fewer cars to pass to get forward. Bubba Pollard is certainly on the conversation of winners to add their names to that list, guys.
Bubba Pollard will start 8th here today for the Snowball Derby. But the one thing about Bubba Pollard, I remember having a conversation with him in Sonoy, Georgia. And he said, you know what taught me a lot about the Snowball Derby? Not making it the first time he attempted it. And he said he sat in the grandstands right up here in turn number 1 and listened to me do driver intros. And he was so jealous of all those drivers that got their names called to go across that stage. You haven't made the Derby on a couple of occasions. What did it teach you, Carson?
It's difficult. It makes you want to come back. I mean, I've done it so many times. You come here, you qualify, and you almost hope you could just sneak the trailer right out of the racetrack and nobody even remember you were here, because it's just a pride thing. It's literally, as a race car driver, it's like watching somebody else drive your race car. It's watching somebody live your dream directly in front of you that you came here to accomplish, and they achieved it better than you. So when they call every other driver across the stage, it's like they stole a spot from you, or you threw away a spot to give that to a driver. You just get so jealous so quickly. But one thing I wanted to mention after seeing that list, we talk about how good Bubba Pollard is, how good Stephen Nassi is. I cannot believe the top 5 and top 10 numbers. I mean, I think it goes back to
so low,
very low compared to what you'd expect. I was expecting to see 8, 9 top 5s, about 10 top 10s, the percentage being high. If you're a betting man on this race, if you look at their numbers, not with their, Bubba Pollard's, Blizzard success and just success in general, Nasty same way, you wouldn't bet that on them and those stats just for this race alone. So it's impressive of just how difficult this race is, but I think it shows how little they care about top 5s and top 10s. They care about wins and making it matter. And if they're not there, they're going to do everything they can, just like they were last year, to take each other out. That number would be at least one number higher.
Just to complete this conversation about Bubba Pollard, they have a 4-race super late model series here at Five Flags Speedway that leads up to the Snowball Derby each and every year. Bubba Pollard is a 5-time champion of that series. He's won more in that series than any other driver in history, yet he has not won the Snowball Derby. That is incredible. On today's broadcast, we will be listening to all of those people. Jim Trado now standing by with the other half of that Pollard-Nasse equation.
And Stephen Nasse has a win during Snowball Derby weekend and the Snowflake 100 just last night, Stephen. That smile hasn't left your face much. How satisfying was that with the family team last night, leading into today, working with Anthony Campy Racing?
Yeah, I mean, it was big for me and for my guys. Just everybody's been working so hard on that car at the shop, and it's been so fast every time we bring it to the racetrack. So we're just super fortunate with it, and we're just enjoying these good times we're able to have at the races. You know, we've had a lot of losses in the racing community this year, and you can't take these times for granted. So we're enjoying the heck out of it, and we want to go get a sweep this weekend. So maybe we can pick up first Snowflake and first Snowball Derby win all in the same weekend.
You done that before at Winchester in big races. This race, though, 1 year ago, you were close. A dozen laps or so remaining. You were tasting the idea that that's my trophy, but it went away.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good year, a good weekend that year. Last year, we had a good car the whole time, and never really had any issues. This weekend, I can't say the same thing about. Unfortunately, I've scraped the wall a couple more times than I prefer to, getting into one, and a couple setup things, a couple of parts coming loose. So I'm hoping that we got all the bugs worked out, and maybe we got all the bad luck out of the way, and we just keep on having good luck like we did last night.
The meaning of this means everything, I can tell. You said, this is where I want to be. This is my level. I want to be the best. I want to race against the best. You have that chance again today. Last night, you were pretty emotional. What are your emotions right now, knowing what's ahead?
I mean, I'm calm, like I just told you, maybe a little bit nervous just as far as you never know what's going to happen being so far back. I'm always confident that I can pass all the cars, but if they pile up and, block the racetrack or something, there's not much you can do. So you got to keep your eyes and head on a swivel. And, my spotter is great. Chris Burton does a fantastic job. I wouldn't trade him for anybody else. And I know he'll keep me safe, and I'll keep my eyes open, and we should be fine.
Last night you picked your moments, though. You started 24th last night, 30th today. When you found those moments, you took that advantage. You got in position, got ahead of what happened behind you. How important will that be today for you again?
I think it's going to be important. I just think with all this power, and there's, a few people that I really don't know about, haven't raced around a lot. So, mistakes can happen easily out here when, tires are cool and the track's cool and, you got cars all around you going really fast. So hopefully, like I said, just, everybody keeps the mistakes to a minimal, including myself. And, we should walk out on top of this thing.
Stephen, thanks for your time. He just walked out of the chow line by the team to get some grub before he goes in the car to battle here at Five Flags Speedway.
Stephen Nasse trying to do something they say can't be done. That 51 car hoping to go to victory lane. He won the Flake last night, trying to win the Snowball Derby here today. But guess what? Nobody has ever done that. That would be quite the feat.
It'd be impressive for sure. I mean, talk about a redemption story for Stephen Nasse for this place, to be able to do that if he could do it. But he's also would be the first one that could say he did it from almost both races outside the top 20 starting, was starting 24th and have to do it today, starting 30th.
And here's what you're going to enjoy as a commentator on the broadcast. We have onboard cameras on both of those guys here today, Stephen Nasse and Bubba Pollard in this one. And Jim Trado and I will be listening to all those scanners, all the radio communication with the teams via our racing electronic scanners that we will have. So we'll bring you all that information as well. So whenever you cheer, whatever you drive, you'll find Racing Electronics. With Racing Electronics, you'll hear uncensored communication from every team and the broadcast with all your favorite announcers. Hear every heart-pounding pass, pitch strategy, and so much more with a scanner and a headphone. To learn more, visit racingelectronics.com. Be race ready. Be RE equipped.
Who will hang on to it the best in the top two for the final 12 laps? Nasser leading, but again, Thomas is quicker, but being quicker doesn't necessarily
seconds to go this time. Can Nestor hang on for his 4th Winchester rifle? Here comes that Brookwood Builders DG Performance number 13.
Oh, trouble. J.P. Crabtree in the outside wall, and that's with the 81 of Terry Fisher Jr.
Race Car Engineering is your single source supplier for all your racing equipment. Dirt, asphalt, drag strip, street rod, or off-road. Their experts can keep you on the track and in the lead no matter what type of racing you do. Hundreds of brands, thousands of parts. Find them online at racecareng.com or call them toll free at 800-882-7231 and make sure to ask for your free catalog. That's Race Car Engineering, 800-882-7231.
For over 2 decades, Fastlane Racing Apparel has been the official merchandise partner of Five Flags Speedway and the Snowball Derby. Visit shopsnowballderby.com for the official event merchandise of the 57th Snowball Derby, or find us at our 3-track locations.
Inching closer to the Snowball Derby today, 300 grueling laps around a half-mile Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. Enjoying talking to a lot of these racers. The fans being assembled on that front stretch grandstand area, those cinder blocks in the bottom 8 rolls, they are just about as old as me. Actually, maybe a little bit older, actually. I'm Bob Dillner. Alongside of me is Carson Hocevar. Having a great time just chatting about different things that involve the Snowball Derby. We got a driver actually here that's actually watching us. Connor O'Kresick, come here real quick. Connor O'Kresick with us. You qualified despite that broken right rear shock mount late in practice. Are you feeling good about today's race?
Oh, I feel really good about this race. I mean, everybody knows how this race goes, so it's going to be a little bit of speed and a lot of luck, but hopefully we can be in the right place at the right time and end up where we need to be, which is in victory lane after 300 laps.
Connor O'Kresick, he's heading over to the stage now. We got driver intros, the class photo coming up as well, but nice to hear from a driver just moments before all the festivities get started.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting for sure. I'm so excited. I'm forgetting to turn my mic on. But as the folks at Flo has been able to see behind us, filling into the stands, drivers getting ready to go to the stage, engines getting fired a little bit. I can hear. So exciting. It's really turning up here, and it's starting to intensity. Cars are through tech, so that means crew chiefs are very nervous to know where they have and what they got when they drop the green flag.
And there are a lot of drivers that actually have gone elsewhere when they actually have won this race. So I think that's what's really interesting. You take a look at some of the past winners of this race. They have actually done a great job and made names for themselves. Ty Majeski, of course, the NASCAR Truck Series champion this past year. Chandler Smith in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Gregson, we've seen him in all sorts of series. Christian Eckes in the Truck Series as well. Chase Elliott, he's not too shabby, a Cup Series champion. You look at that list and it's just incredible. Eric Jones, a 2-time winner of this race and doing a great job in the Cup Series as well. But then there's a guy like Kyle Busch that actually, this race did not make him, but he kept on coming back here until he won it, and then he wanted to be a multi-time winner, and he accomplished that as well.
Yeah, it's impressive. This race, Cup owners, Cup teams, they watch this race. It can really jumpstart your career. It can jumpstart your super late model career or put you into the NASCAR rinks or some kind of, I was just talking to Chad Knaus on the phone, and he loves to watch this race. He loves to tune in. He loves super late models. A guy like Chad Knaus won 7 championships with Jimmy Johnson, still stays tuned into this race. And I know there's plenty of other owners, sponsors and everything that are high up that tune in and watch and check out the Snowball Derby.
Look at Eric Jones, proof positive right there. Side by side with Kyle Busch, battling for that Snowball Derby, his first one, this independent kid out of Michigan. He wins it, beats Kyle Busch, and then winds up with a ride and has climbed the charts.
Yeah, and then it ends up coming back here, wins the Snowball Derby with the guy he beats, race car.
That is pretty unbelievable. Let's go to Jim Trado.
2018 Snowball Derby champion Noah Gragson going to start his next full-time season in the NASCAR Cup Series with Front Row Motorsports. Back here again with your Rhett Jones Racing team. You raced a handful of Xfinity races this year for. You know how special this joint is. What's it like winning this race, and what did that do for you as you made your way through to become a full-time Cup Series driver?
Yeah, this is the biggest win of my career. Won at Daytona and won a bunch of Xfinity races and stuff, but this place is special. It's an atmosphere like no other. It's electric, and words can't describe it. To be able to be here for another Derby, and we got our work cut out for us. We're starting deep in the field, but we're gonna keep working on it all day. Try to out-discipline those guys, stay low, not spin the tires, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully we'll be up there at the end.
You had a great qualifying run a year ago in your 6th Snowball Derby, but we're not able to finish that race. How do you stay clean and clear of that, knowing what's ahead at the initial start, not being so far forward? You started 3rd a year ago.
I just race the track. Just, I think it's so important to just keep the rear tires on it. For me personally, the runs seem to be very long, that you want to get to about lap 100 or more if you can on the first set of tires, and then you can break it up from there on your next couple sets and have shorter runs. But for me, it's just the beginning, just being patient and biding my time, trying to pass guys when they start slipping off the bottom and whatnot. But we haven't been exactly where we need to be this weekend. Still super proud of everybody at Rhett Jones Racing. It's been a lot of fun driving this Port City race cars, number 30. It's a lot of fun coming down here with Terry Jones, Lisa, Mackie, Casey, and everybody involved with the Rhett Jones Racing team. It's a good time, so we've been having fun.
These guys are like family to Noah Gragson, about to race for his 2nd Snowball Derby trophy. He just told me his is in his office at home, and he's making room for another one. We'll see if it comes today.
It could come today. You never know. Listen, all the starters in today's starting field, all 36, could win this race. And I want to get your opinion here. Is there a driver that you have your eye on in this starting lineup?
Well, when I came down here, I had my eye on David Gillen, that new race car he's been working on. Didn't even know he was really bringing it. He didn't really promote it too much. And it's different. He's like the only car here with a new body. He's the only guy that came here with a big spring type of car, and he's got his own little way of doing it. There's ones that have showed up like a Hayden Plybomb that, showed up throughout the week. But at the beginning of the week, I was very curious what he could do. It's been a little bit since we've seen him in a race car, especially a super late model. I'm interested to see what he can do.
Are you getting jealous of all these guys lining up behind us on the racetrack?
Yeah, I was getting ready to go find a race suit and just see if I could sneak into the race, watching Noah sit next to the trophy and get ready to do driver intros. I'm getting jealous, but I've been down here also for my own agenda throughout the week. I've been looking and wanting to just take a look at what I can do, take a look at race cars, see what they're doing, because I want to put a whole year's worth of effort on trying to get back down here and make a race car go good. I need more talented people working on it that I can count and get. Because it hasn't worked well before, but with Van Dorn race cars, I think we can do that. We just need all the right spots and pieces to make it all mix.
Carson Hocevar wants to be back as early as next year here, the first weekend in December. It is a bucket list race. If you're a race fan, you're watching live on Flow Racing, we hope to see you here in the years to come. This has been enjoyable here today with Carson Hocevar and myself, Jim Trado, getting all the interviews as well. The folks are getting ready for the class photo. They'll line up all the drivers on the front stretch on that stage and take a picture prior to the start of the race.
Backdoor scores!
From dawn to dusk, our family of racers and crew members are here, manufacturing the quality parts you need to get to victory lane. Made in America and delivered to your door. We build race-winning parts. Be a winner.
It's Slide Job City. Chili Bowl champion Logan Seaman to the high limit room.
Hi, I'm JP Wibbs, and here at Buggy Works, we have the largest selection of new and used vehicles on the Gulf Coast. We also offer certified technician services and rentals. Come see our new location, Buggy Works, in the heart of Car City.
Welcome back to the Snowball Derby at Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. The cars assembling on the front stretch here, and the drivers gathering on stage here today for the class photo. This one's gonna be a lot of fun here today. If you're not here, you're jealous, you need to get down here next year or the year after, because this is just an unbelievable event. Let's join in pre-race ceremonies here at Five Flags Speedway prior to the start of the 57th Snowball Derby.
So you got to let me know.
class driver for the 57th annual Snowball Derby here at 5 Flag Speedway.
And now we are moments away from driver introductions. And we have a few special surprises here at the Snowball Derby. It is always a special, special day here at the Derby. Always an exciting atmosphere. Pre-race down there on the track itself. You're seeing so many familiar faces that you haven't seen since last year, since last Snowball Derby. You see on the stage right now, two sets of brothers. The Quapo brothers and the Lapsevich brothers. Racing today in the Snowball Derby. It's the fourth and fifth set of brothers in the history of the Derby to race in this special event. Hey, let's send it trackside to Bill Roth, who's with a special guest.
Certainly, Robbie, and thank you everybody for your patience here. Snowball Derby pre-race is a big celebration of a lot of things going on this year. But beside me, we are delighted to have, I think for the first time back to Five Flag Speedway in a couple of years, this young man who was one of the best drivers at this racetrack ever, years ago. Many wins, championships, that famous battle in the Snowball Derby with Chase Elliott. I'm talking about DJ Vanderlei. How about it, everybody? An engineer with Stuart Haas still. A terrible accident on a dirt track in Texas a couple of years ago. Ended up with DJ Vanderlei being a quadriplegic, sadly. His wife, Dan, or his father, Dan, and his wife have been with him all the time, along with all of us in the racing community. We just wanted to say hey to DJ Vanderlei. Welcome to Flag Speedway, DJ.
Yes, sir. I appreciate excuse me, I appreciate y'all having me here. And I just really want to say thank you to everybody who has supported us, and called and texted and came by to visit. I don't think that we could have done it, without all of y'all's help. And so it really means the world to me to be back here and to see everybody again.
We are delighted to see you. The diaphragm muscle's a little weak. This is one brave man and a talented race car driver and engineer. Just one thing here. Dan, you've been his father, and you've been with him through all that great racing stuff, and now it's Stewart-Haas. But this has been a journey, hasn't it?
It has, but like DJ said, we're so thankful to each and every one of you. Honestly, you're the one that's pulled us through. Like you said, every text, every phone call, his wife, Jordan, and his baby. Now, I got to slow down a little bit. I'm going to get too emotional. His mom and I. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
How about it, everybody, for the Vanderlei family, and especially this guy, DJ Vanderlei. Thank you, man.
Vanderlei, part of one of the great finishes in Derby history. Let's send it back trackside to Bill Roth.
Thank you, Robbie. Next on the program, we're going to do driver introductions. We're going to need everybody to clear the way here. The drivers are going to have to be ready to go in queue on the fourth turn side of the stage, and we're going to introduce the dignitaries who are going to greet every one of these drivers as we introduce them.
So it's such a special moment to see Vanderlei. We added Vanderlei to the class photo this year here at the Derby. Again, part of that historic 2011 finish where he went side by side with Chase Elliott. He was in the Eddie Craig machine on that day. They were door to door in the final 5 laps until the final turn where Elliott finally got the best of Vanderlei in a spectacular, probably one of the great finishes in Snowball Derby history. Let's send it back to the stage with Bill Roth.
Thank you, Robbie. Our traditions here at the Snowball Derby is to introduce to you and talk to them a little bit each one of the 36 drivers that are going to go for these 300 laps. Before we do that, how about it for Snowball? He'll be greeting each one of the drivers along with that lovely lady over there, our brand new Miss Snowball Derby 2024, Ansley Brown from Pensacola. Also in our greeting line from Flow Sports, really making this possibility of such a great Snowball Derby this year. From Flow Sports, Chris McKee. And if you live in Pensacola or Mobile or anywhere in this area, you're going to know who this guy is. Our Grand Marshal, who we'll talk to later, but we're going to get him up here to shake some hands. Formerly Channel 3's Dan Shugart. All righty, let's meet some drivers.
Fans, it's now time to introduce the starting lineup for the 57th annual Snowball Derby. Helping me to do so, back here at the Derby, please welcome from Flow Sports, Bob Dillnor.
So excited to be here today at Five Flag Speedway. I feel blessed. I have missed this place for the last 3 years. This is home. This is the pinnacle of short track racing. These are the best drivers in super late model racing in America. Happy to be with you and happy to see all these drivers come across this stage here today, Robbie.
It's now time to introduce the starting lineup for the 57th annual Snowball Derby. Starting 36th, outside row number 18, driver of the Edco Welding Chevrolet. He finished second in the CRA Super Series Championship from Indianapolis, Indiana. The number 23, Billy Van Meter.
Also a UARA winner at Owasso Speedway. Billy, I just want to know, this is like a big old party. How important is it for you to be in the Snowball Derby?
It means the world to me. Get a green market this year. It's just a great feeling to be at the starting field. It's nothing like it.
Billy Van Meter, his family have been involved in racing for years.
Starting 35th, inside row number 18, driver of the Bolin Construction Toyota, the 2023 Allen Turner Pro League Model Series champion here at Five Flags Speedway. From Jasper, Alabama, the number 2 of John Bolin.
John Bolin and his dad have been part of this scene down here at Five Flags Speedway for years. I see you got the smile on your face, John. Just taking a look at this crowd, what does it mean to you to participate in the Snowball Derby?
This is what you work all year for. Amazing how big this man is. Continue to grow. We come down here 15, 20 years now. It's like every year, like they get bigger. Here comes competition gets harder and tighter, and just keep growing. It's awesome to see short track racing growing, getting on a big level, like the flow, and everybody putting it out there for people all over the city. So it's awesome to be part of it.
John Bolin's got a long way to go, but he's got 300 laps to get there.
Starting 34th, outside row number 17, driver of the Keene Park Chevrolet, the 2023 Cars Pro League Model Series champion from Mooresville, North Carolina, the number 32 of Caden Quapple.
Been watching this kid from outlaw karts all the way up now to the big leagues here at Super Late Model Racing. You and your brother make the show this year. What does that mean to your family?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We haven't raced with outlaw karts, like you said, that and micros. So on this big of a stage, it's something that we can't really imagine. So it's really cool. We're starting kind of far back, but we'll see. It's a long race, so hopefully we can drive this right.
You can win from every starting spot in this field here today.
Starting 33rd, inside row number 17, driver of the Jones Utilities Construction Toyota, the 2023 World Series Pro League Model champion from Fredericksburg, Virginia, the number 44 of Connor Jones.
Connor Jones has been tearing up the racing scene this year in all forms of race cars, but now in the Super Late Model, had to come from the last chance race. What's your shot here today, Connor?
You know, I don't really know. I think we had a good long run speed. We didn't really fall off that bad in the last chance race, so I think we'll be fine in the snowball. I mean, it is what it is, though.
Connor Jones, one of the rising young stars of our sport.
Starting 32nd, outside row number 16, he is a 5-time East Coast International Pro Stock champion from Nova Scotia, Canada, the number 25 of Nicholas Noggle.
Some ovation for Nicholas Noggle, part of that War Rackley team. Nicholas in the Derby. Look at this crowd. Look at these cars. What does it feel like to be in it?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome to be part of such a grand show that's here. I mean, Rackley put a great car under us today. I know we're starting deep in the field, but I think we can definitely make our way forward.
Nicholas Noggle, another one of those drivers to come out of the last chance race.
Starting 31st, inside row number 16, driver of the Mobile One Toyota, the 2023 Trans Am champion from Mooresville, North Carolina, the number 24 of Brent Cruz.
Brent Cruz was lightning fast in the last chance race here yesterday at Five Flags Speedway. Starting deep in this field, but I know the goal is to grab that Tom Dawson trophy. What are your chances today?
We have a great Mobile One race car today. Excited to put this Camry somewhere up front. Had an issue all week that we found in the brakes right before the last chance race, and I think it showed how good of a race car we have, and I'm just grateful to be here with all these amazing people, and hopefully I'll see you later.
Brent Cruz, driver of that really cool-looking number 24.
Starting 30th, outside row number 15, driver of the All-American Concrete Toyota. He is the 2024 Snowflake 100 champion from Pinellas Park, Florida, the number 51, Stephen Nassy.
Stephen Nassy, one of the crowd favorites for so many years here at the Snowball Derby. Good to see you again, Stephen. I want to know, nobody has actually officially pulled off the double, won the flake and won the Derby. Can you do so here today?
I do think so, yeah. Anthony Candy Racing, they just bring excellent race cars, and how sweet would it be to do it from the back 2 nights in a row? And I want to put a show on for these fans. I know everybody wants to see a good race, and there's some good drivers in this field, and hopefully I go up there and give them a run for the money.
And of course, I love that number. Steven Nassy in the number 51.
Starting 29th, inside row number 15, driver of the CB Partners Chevrolet, former Carolina Pro League Model Series champion from Stanley, North Carolina, the number 43 of Nick Loudon.
Nick Loudon, a second-generation race car driver. Doesn't love to do interviews, but he's going to do one here today. How excited, though, are you to be in this race?
I mean, I'm a little excited. I don't really know what to expect. I haven't ran this before, so we'll see what happens.
Hey, but he recently did a 300-lap race. He's got a brand-new car to combat this race here today.
Starting 28th, outside row number 14, driver of the Casey Jones Racing Ford, the 2018 Snowball Derby champion from Las Vegas, Nevada, the number 30, Noah Gregson.
Noah Gregson back at the Derby. We don't want to see a Derby without this guy because this race means so much to him, but we all want to know what's the shot here today for this race car.
Well, we've been we're buried pretty deep in the pack, but man, coming down here to Five Flags Speedway, the Snowball Derby, it's such a bitchin' race. It's so much fun. So thanks to all you fans for coming out. We'll put on a show for you guys and try and inch our way to the front and hopefully get up there. Big payday this year, 50 grand. So we're gonna throw them up on the dash and see what it's got.
He's got that Nitro Circus on his driver's suit here. Watch for him in today's race.
Starting 27th inside row number 14, driver of the Ace Services Toyota, the 2-time Glass City 200 champion from Ontario, Canada, the number 76 of Caden Lapsevich.
Caden Lapsevich, very talented race car driver out of Canada. Caden, it's been a few years since you competed in the Snowball Derby. What you learned the last time you were here that you can apply to today?
Just can't burn it up, but got to go forward. So we're starting a little bit deeper than I wanted to, but I think we're in some pretty good company. So we'll base our pace based off them, and they've done this a lot. A lot of them back there have won this race before. So like I said, good company. We'll try and go to the front with them and see where it takes us.
Caden Lapsevich, one of 2 brother combinations in today's race.
Starting 26, outside row number 13, driver of the First Auto Group Toyota, the 2023 Southern Super Series champion from Seekonk, Massachusetts, the number 22, Giovanni Ruggiero.
Gio Ruggiero's got big plans for next year, but his focus solely on this race here today. How bad do you want to kiss that snowball on top of the Tom Dawson Trophy, Gio?
Yeah, I want to win this race so bad. Gonna do whatever it takes today. Last year we started 30th and brought all the way to second, so I think starting deep in the field is gonna affect us too bad. I know we got a really good car for the long run.
Gio Ruggiero, part of that potent Donnie Wilson Motorsports stable.
Starting 25th inside row number 13, he is a 2-time Cars late model stock champion from Mooresville, North Carolina, the number 8 of Carson Quapple.
Also won that big late model stock car event at Martinsville Speedway as well. Very prestigious in the late model stock car ranks, but this one, none better than the Snowball Derby, and you're competing with your brother this year. What do you think of that?
It's pretty exciting, really. I mean, we're pretty happy to make the race at qualifying, and it's kind of a little bit of a weird deal we got here with Dave Fuge and his new prototype chassis, but hopefully here right away we can kind of get moving and not burn our stuff up, but try to gain some track position and put ourselves in a good spot for towards the end.
One-of-a-kind race car for Quapple here today with that Dave Fuge, number 8.
Starting 24th, outside row number 12, driver of the Mike Scott Plumbing Toyota, the 2024 World Crown Champion from Hernando, Florida, the number 69 of Michael Hind.
A former Pro Late Model champion during Speed Weeks at New Smyrna Speedway as well. That World Crown win, Michael, what does that do for your confidence here today with the Snowball Derby?
Oh yeah, my confidence is about as high as it's ever been. You know, coming into a race like this is the biggest race we run all year. So winning a big one like that really sets our confidence real high. So I think we got a really good car, starting a little deep in the field, but I think we can make it to the front.
Well, he's got the flames on the side of his race car. Michael Hind will race here today in the Snowball Derby.
In the 23rd spot, starting inside row number 12, driver of the SA Recycling Chevrolet. Pro Late Model winner at Mobile from Mobile, Alabama. The number 33 of Dustin Smith.
Dustin Smith been racing here at Five Flags Speedway. He knows this racetrack, but we love the independent runners against some of these big teams. Is it David versus Goliath for you here today, Dustin?
Yeah, we're definitely a small fish in a big pond, but my crew members and my crew chief, they definitely helped us get the car where we needed to be and make the show.
Dustin Smith, he could be a contender here today at Five Flags Speedway.
Starting 22nd outside row number 11, the three-time Nashville Fairgrounds champion from Lebanon, Tennessee, the number 89 of Dylan Fencho.
So many great runs in pro late model racing down here now, competing in the Snowball Derby. What does it feel like to go from the Flake to the Derby now on Sunday?
Yeah, it's a pretty big difference. Cars are a lot more fun to drive. Definitely more competition. But yeah, I think we got a good place to start, and we're gonna try to get to the front.
Keep an eye on that red 89 here today for Dylan Fetcho.
Starting 21st inside row number 11, driver of the Alliance Rental Solutions Toyota, the 2023 Blizzard Series champion here at Five Flags Speedway from Upper Lake, California, the number 44 of Jeremy Doss.
Jeremy Doss has been coming down here to Five Flags for a long time, trying to go after this trophy. He's got Cody Glick, Hampke Race Cars. You got the car, you got the team assembled. Is today the day, Jeremy?
I surely hope so. We made a lot of gains on the car yesterday in practice, and this is the most comfortable I've ever felt. So, starting kind of deep in the field, but I think we have a good shot.
JD Jeremy Doss in the 44.
Starting 20th outside row number 10, driver of the Mish Construction Chevrolet, winner in the Spears Modified Tour from Bethel, Colorado, the 08 of Chase Hansen.
Chase Hansen, what a great story coming down to this Snowball Derby. Won a bunch of races, more than 100 at Colorado National. And now, in the Snowball Derby, you've been fast at times during practice. How's the confidence level going into this one, Chase?
I don't know. We just got a good group of guys here this weekend, and everybody else is pretty confident, so that wears on me a little bit, like I was saying earlier in the week. We just got to have a little luck on our side, keep the car under us, and try and pick some of these guys off and see where we're at here on lap 250.
Chase has a former Snowball Derby pole sitter on his team, Preston Peltier. Good luck to Chase today.
Starting 19th inside row number 10, driver of the Cyclone Renewables Ford, the 2024 Chili Willy champion from Lake Oswego, Oregon, the 76 of Cole Raz.
What a difference a year makes for Cole Raz. Last car in last year, this year qualifies solidly into the field. 21-year-old Cole Raz. I can't believe that, by the way. But Cole Raz, what do you think of your chances here today?
I'm excited. We got a lot of good cars in front of us and behind us, so we just got to settle in this first in and just got to keep it clean. We failed to do that last year at the start of the race, so just got to try and pick them off when we can when it's right, and I'm really proud of our Port City race car with Jefferson Racing, and we got the Cyclone Renewables tent out back with the 76 ball, so hopefully you guys have been enjoying that, but it's a beautiful race car, and it's been an honor to be in the top 3 for Best Appearing Car Award, and we're going to go put on a show and have some fun with it.
Patience is key today for Cole Raz.
Starting 18th outside row number 9, driver of the Dobie Hager Trucking Chevrolet, the 2024 Spears SRL Southwest Tour champion from Bakersfield, California, the number 22 of Buddy Shepard.
Buddy Shepard, certainly a sleeper today. Hey, listen, you finished second to Kyle Busch in the Winter Showdown. You're a good race car driver. I want to know, though, because you've come down here before, what do you love about this race?
Oh, we just got so much character here. You know, I've been here helping before. This is my first time actually behind the wheel here at the Derby. So our Derby week's gone pretty decent so far. And hopefully we can keep the fenders on her until about lap 200 and do some racing.
Buddy Shepard, SRL champion this year.
Starting 17th inside row number 9, driver of the Freight Racing Ford, the 2024 All-American 400 champion from Monroe, Georgia, the number 35 of Jake Garcia.
All-American 400 winner Jake Garcia 1 year ago did not walk across the stage for the Snowball Derby as a starter, did not qualify. I know this year is a relief for you, but what does it mean to be back in the Snowball Derby?
Yeah, it's it's a really hard race to get into, and yeah, definitely fortunate to make it in this year. I thought we had a really good car last year, and I think the same about our car this year. So it's a long race, and you got to be there at the end to make it happen. So hopefully we can do that today, and our whole team can execute.
And he's got former Snowball Derby winner Ricky Turner on his side. That's Jake Garcia.
Starting 16th outside row number 8, driver of the CNC Boiler Sales and Services Chevrolet. The two-time car super late model champion from Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. The number 54 of Matt Craig.
The Craig family has been involved in racing for so many years with so many drivers. Now Matt Craig wheeling the machine. Second last night in the Snowflake 100. How about one better here today?
I surely hope so. The car's been decent. We kind of struggled on the long run yesterday in practice, but we threw a couple things at it. We'll see what happens.
Matt Craig in the CNC Boilers, number 54.
Starting 15th inside row number 8, driver of the Atlantic Tilt Load Toyota. The 2024 Winchester 400 champion from Mooresville, North Carolina. The number 28, Cole Butcher.
Also a two-time Oxford 250 winner as well. Cole Butcher, you have finished just about everywhere in the top 5, but won this race. Is this the year?
Who knows? It's the Snowball Derby, right? I know we got a good race car, a great team behind me, and I know all these fans are here for a good show, so hopefully we put it on for them.
Cole Butcher is going to be fast today here on this half mile.
Starting 14th outside row number 7, driver of the Phoenix Construction Chevrolet. The 2024 Show Me the Money Series champion from Lynn Haven, Florida. The number 51 of Jake Finch.
There is not another driver in this field here today cooler looking than Jake Finch. We know you look cool. How cool is this race car, this race team going to be here today for the Snowball Derby?
Yeah, I feel like we got a good car. Just got to execute and be there at the end. I feel like the past few years we've had a really good shot and just didn't finish the race and didn't go our way. So we finished the race, be there all 300 laps. I think we got a good shot then.
Jake Finch, winner in the ARCA Series at Dega.
Starting 13th inside row number 7, driver of the EV-ROM Toyota. The 2024 South Carolina 400 champion from Ontario, Canada. The number 32 of Trayton Lapsevich.
Also last year's NASCAR Canada Series champion, Trayton Lapsevich, a talented race car driver, part of a brother combination for the starting lineup here today. But what do you think your chances are and the strategy for this race for 300 laps?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. The environment, Leland Industries number 32, has some speed all weekend long. So super excited to see what we got here. It's a long race and hopefully end up front at the end of 300 laps.
Trayton Lapsevich, one of those drivers from north of the border.
Starting 12th outside row number 6, driver of the Vertical Acres Farms.com Toyota. Former Daytona 500 pole sitter from Riverside, California. The number 98 of David Gilliland.
Look at that pristine white uniform as he gets set to battle in the Snowball Derby here today. David, you've competed in the Cup Series, competed in some big races, but I want to know, what does the Snowball Derby mean to you, and where does it rank in terms of races in America?
Right up there with the toughest ones I've ever raced in for sure. So a little nervous for today, a little confident. Our cars had really good speed throughout the weekend, but I haven't raced there much, but I've raced there enough to know that don't be overconfident for sure. So great group of drivers. It's been a lot of fun catching up with the drivers here in driver introductions, and just really honored to be out here and race with all these great short track races.
One of the NASCAR drivers in today's starting lineup, David Gilliland.
Starting 11th, inside row number 6, driver of the ICS Ford. A former Slinger Nationals champion from Wausau, Wisconsin. The number 4 of Luke Fenhouse.
And the Car Store Pro Late Model champion from a couple of seasons ago. A lot of people have had their eye on Luke Fenhouse. I want to know, what are your thoughts here on this race today?
Well, I'm excited. We start up front, starting 11th. Got a great crew behind me, great sponsors, great car owner, Done Right Exteriors, ICS, everybody that helps me get here. It's been a long week, but hopefully we can land up front tonight.
If you can win at Slinger, you can win anywhere. That's Luke Fenhouse.
Starting 10th, outside row number 5, driver of the ICS Toyota. He is the 2021 Snowball Derby champion from Talking Rock, Georgia. The number 2, Chandler Smith.
Chandler Smith has been coming here and racing since he was 12 years old. Now he returns to the Snowball Derby with his wife, his kids. What does it feel like to have your family here in the Snowball Derby this year?
It's definitely a lot more meaningful, especially if we were able to come back and have a Tom Dawson trophy to bring back to North Carolina with us. Just to be able to experience that, go through those emotions again, but also having my wife, which having our 2 kids as well, it would definitely add a lot of fun to it.
Chandler Smith, one of the favorites for the Tom Dawson Trophy here today.
Starting 9th, inside row number 5, driver of the Rackley Roofing Chevrolet. 3-time winner at the World Series this year from Lebanon, Tennessee. The number 26 of Dawson Sutton.
Dawson Sutton, big win at Milwaukee with the ASA Stars National Tour, that Nashville Track Championship as a pro late model this year. But I know you did the flake last year. What are the nerves like in the anticipation as the green flag gets inches closer to starting here today?
Yeah, for sure. I'm just super excited to make my debut at the Derby. We've been looking forward to this one all year, and luckily my team gave me a great car, and hopefully just go get my first win at the Derby.
Dawson Sutton planning to go NASCAR truck racing next year.
Starting 8th, outside row number 4, driver of the Phoenix Racing Chevrolet. He is a 2-time Snowflake 100 champion and a 5-time Blizzard Series champion with 25 career wins from Georgia. The number 26, Bubba Pollard.
You gotta love when Robbie Harvey announces Bubba Pollard's name. Bubba, so excited for me to be back here. Your 17th start in the Snowball Derby. What's in your mind right now?
We just got to go out there and execute, get it done. But just excited for all the fans to come out today, and it's a good day. So we're going to have some fun and see what we got.
Bubba Pollard, he's got a host of great guys on his team in the 26.
Starting 7th, inside row number 4, driver of the Dynamic Metal Recycling Toyota. He is a 2-time Snowflake 100 champion and the 2022 Snowball Derby champion from Bakersfield, California. The number 7 of Derek Thorne.
Derek Thorne, all those championships with the SRL Super Late Models, comes back to the Snowball Derby. He's made this race very important to his racing career. So what does the Snowball Derby mean to you as a former winner and a guy that just loves coming down here?
Short track racing, it's everything, right? This is the pinnacle of what we want to be or where we want to be, and it's the guys we want to race against, right? You got to race against the best to be the best, and that's always the goal. If you can show up and run against these guys, you're doing something right.
T. Thorne, Derek Thorne in the number 7 for Schaefer Motorsports today.
Starting 6th, outside row number 3, driver of the TMC Chevrolet. Former Winchester 400 champion from Johnston, Iowa. The number 8 of Sammy Smith.
A former Red Bud 400 winner at Anderson Speedway as well. Sammy Smith, you got the good-looking shades on today. Calm, cool, and collected, or nervous as heck?
Cool. I'm excited. Got a great car, a great team behind me, and looking forward to the day.
Sammy Smith, he's Bubba Pollard's teammate here today in the Snowball Derby.
Starting 5th, inside row number 3, driver of the Metro Glass Toyota. Former Speed Fetch champion from Grand Bay, Alabama. The number 14 of Connor O'Kresick.
Connor O'Kresick has been to victory lane here at Five Flags Speedway in the past, but how about that final practice session? A broken rear shock mount. Leading into qualifying, you qualify in. You got Mike Garvey on your side. Is this your year to turn things around, Connor?
Oh man, I hope so. I mean, we've had speed all year. It's just been a rough year for us, but I mean, we have one of the best teams in the garage area. It's a small team, but love all my guys. Couldn't do it without them. Just glad to be here.
Connor Okresik, so close at the All-American 400 this year.
Starting fourth outside row number 2, driver of the Northwest Road and Drive Toyota, the 2023 Northwest Super Late Model Champion from Spokane, Washington, the number 55 of Hayden Plybon.
Hayden Plybon. Everyone knowing his name this weekend. He's been awfully quick in practice. Are you relaxed? Are you nervous? What is the feeling right now?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start this 300-lap race, and hopefully we have something at the end.
Former Northwest Super Late Model Champion. I was going to ask you one more question. What do you think the strategy is for you here today? You're one of those independent runners trying to go up against some of these giants.
I don't know. Just kind of hang around and find a spot, hopefully, for the first 250, and then get some races done at the last 50.
Hayden Plybon, look out for him here today at Five Flags.
Starting third, inside row number 2, driver of the Sound Gear Toyota, the 2023 All-American 400 champion from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, the number 62 of William Sawalich.
William Sawalich, always calm, cool, and collected here at the Derby. You look at the field that you're stacked up against, William. What does it say about this race and your chances here today?
Yeah, I mean, got some good guys in front of me and good pace setters, obviously, with Ty Majeski in front of me. Won this thing twice, so got good people to follow and set my own pace and set us up for the long run.
William Sawalich in one of those Rackley War cars here today.
Starting second, outside of the front row, driver of the Cook Electrical Toyota, the 2024 Cars Pro Late Model Tour champion from Huntersville, North Carolina, the number 21 of Caden Honeycutt.
Caden Honeycutt has run 4 different divisions of race cars here this weekend at Five Flags Speedway. Taking a picture with Miss Snowball Derby and Snowball himself. Always great to see the mascot here. I want to know, you've run so much. Are you tired yet?
Oh, heck no. This is what I've saved up for all week.
What do you think about today against all these great competitors? Of course, great success in the cars, Pro Late Model Series this year, but this one is ultra tough.
Man, I've ran this race for a couple of years, and man, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. You got to have a lot of luck, and you got to pick the right strategy, and ultimately, the fast car doesn't always win. So you always got to stay in it, cool, calm, collected, no matter what happens. So thanks, fans, for showing up. Hopefully, we put on a show for you guys, and hopefully, we end up for victory lane for Jeff Sandel. That's what we're doing it for tonight.
Second generation race car driver, Caden Honeycutt.
And on the pole for the 57th annual Snowball Derby with a qualifying time of 16.175. Driver of the iRacing Ford, the 2024 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion and defending 2-time Snowball Derby champion from Seymour, Wisconsin, the 91, Ty Majeski.
Ty Majeski will have you wait right there, Ty, because we have something to present to you here today. We bring up Kenny Jernigan to the stage right now, and this is a tradition like no other. The winner's ring from 1 year ago, Ken Jernigan presenting that ring to Ty Majeski on the stage before he gets to maybe make history here today. Who knows? Rich Bickle, a 5-time winner in the Snowball Derby. Nobody else has won more than 2. Ty Majeski trying to do that here today. Ty Majeski, you look at that ring. How about the desire to get another here today?
Just love coming here. This place is so cool. I hope the sun peaks out because it makes it even more exciting and challenging for us drivers. And I think that's what I like most about this race and this whole week is it's a challenge. Being the defending winner means nothing when you show up here the next year. And that's what I like most about it is you got to be on your game, and it's always a challenge.
And of course, here today, you can grab this as well. The Country Pleasin' Sausage Pole Award being awarded to Ty Majeski on stage here. An extra $1,500. He's hoping to put that with a $50,000 paycheck here today for Ty Majeski. Ty Majeski, one of the most decorated super late model drivers over the last decade. Good luck here today, Ty.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And there are your starters for the 57th running of the Snowball Derby. Folks, This has been an honor for me. I'm blessed to be back on stage here today. I have enjoyed this. I plan on coming back here to the Snowball Derby race because there is no greater race in the history of American motorsports than this race right here at Five Flags Speedway. And it's not only because of the drivers, it's because of you, the racing fans, as well. Thank you so much on behalf of everybody at Flow Racing. We are excited to be here at Five Flags Speedway and the Snowball Derby. Thank you so much, everybody.
That is the starting lineup for the 57th running of the Snowball Derby. Let's continue with our pre-race festivities. Let's send it back to the stage to Bill Roth.
Thank you, Robbie. We have so much to do, so many awards to give away before we get this race started. Traditionally, a Best Appearing Award is presented by Tim Horvath at HD5 Designs. We're going to do it again this year. Lots of votes from you all, but I'm going to let Tim tell you about this award and who's going to win it.
Well, thank you. It's great to be back here at the Snowball Derby. I got to give a shout out to the Schultz family, Corey Schultz and the entire family of Five Star Race Bodies. We got together and tried to up our game this year. This is our 10th annual Snowball Derby. We're down in turn 4 having fun. We put this together. This was more than a popularity contest. This was a give back to the wrap community and the installers and the teams that work so hard on these trophies, or on these cars, these wraps, and these designs. So we build trophies, we build wraps, we do a lot of things at HD5, but I couldn't do it without my team back at HD5. They're the best in the business. And Michael Hind, congratulations, you won Snowball's Best Appearing Car Award.
Congratulations. How much work you put into those wraps, Michael?
Oh, it's a ton of work. A lot of people don't understand, but more than just me. You know, there's a lot goes into this, from the design team to the Chris putting it on and just everything involved. We had a lot of ideas, and I think what we finished off with turned out really good. Can't thank everybody enough for putting up this award. It means a lot. You know, we try to put a lot into these cars, and I'm glad we finally got something to show for it.
Does mean a lot. It's pretty special. Now all you got to do is win the race. Tim Weitz and Tim Horvath. Chris Weitz and Tim Horvath from HD5 and 5 Star Bodies.